In this video, I'm going to be showing you the K1 Max door hinge mod. It's a simple and easy fix for the door hinges on the Creality K1 Max that will allow you to open the door as far as you want to and latch it so you don't have to worry about breaking it. Kind of like Uncle Jesse did in his video. So get ready, we're going to get right into it, straight to the point. So step one is going to be to make sure you have the parts you need. So the parts you need are going to be down in the description of this video. Now you don't need a lot of parts, but the ones you do need are down there for you. Either make sure you have them, or if you don't have them, just go on over to Amazon like I did and just get them. They're very cheap. They're not a lot of money. Now obviously the other parts you need are the 3D printed hinges, and those have been included in the description as well in the form of STL file. So all you'll need to do is to upload that into your slicer and basically hit print. Now you can do some adjustments if you want to and you know, tweak it to how you want it, but what I did was I printed at a 25% infill, and I printed it with just regular PLA. I did a matte PLA because I like the matte black, but you don't have to do that. You can do it in PETG, you can do it in PLA, you can do it in carbon, however you want, but I would recommend a 25% infill just because this is supporting your door and you don't want to go with the basic 15 or 10 trying to skimp on material. It's just not worth it. So once you print your parts, they're going to come out like this, and you're going to have a top piece and a bottom piece on, and you'll have two of these and you'll have two of these, and this will be how your hinge goes together, just like that. And I'll show you how to do it here in just a bit. Now you'll also have a little door catch, so you'll need to get that, and then you'll have two little small pieces just like that, and you'll need those too. So you'll have a total of 7 3D printed parts, along with 12 bolts, 4 nuts, and 4 heat inserts. Now you've got your 3D printed parts, you got your hardware, so now it's time to go on over to the work desk and prepare your hinges to install on your machine. But before we go, I want to give a shout out to Camaro 45th, one of my subscribers, who actually commented on one of my other videos and suggested that I do this video. So here we are. Sorry I didn't do it before, but I am the world's worst procrastinator, and I'm sure you can relate to that. If you can, comment down below, tell me about it. Do like Camaro 45th, get subscribed, stay ready, and get in the comments. I enjoy talking to you guys, and as long as I'm able, I'll always reply, because I'll never be the YouTuber that just sees comments and doesn't reply. That's our only connection that we have, is our comments. I'll always reply if I can. If I haven't, it means I haven't seen it. This is where we're going to use the threaded heat inserts. If you have a solder gun, then it's a lot easier, but if you don't, then you can always use a lighter and press it in like that. So you'll take your heat insert and stick it on to the solder gun, just like that, and then you'll grab your hinge part and press it into the hole and just make it flush with the plastic. Press it down a little bit, don't burn your finger like I did, and then you're good to go. I've already done the other side and the rest of them. For those of you who plan on using a lighter to do this, you want to get your heat insert, get your needle nose pliers, and then grab the heat insert with those pliers, kind of like this, and then take your lighter, heat it up, my little imaginary lighter, and then press it in there, same way you did with the soldering iron. Okay, so now you've got your hinges printed, you're ready to go. Now we're over here on the machine. You just got to get a few simple bolts out, and that's it. You got a few over here on the side, and then of course you got to get the ones on the door off, and then that's it. You're ready to install. So let me show you which ones those are. For the bolts on the side, you'll have 2 here for the top hinge, and then for the bottom hinge you'll have 2 here. Now you'll know which way the hinge goes because the way the bolts are angled, the hinge will only go really one way. And then you'll have 2 for the front glass, and then 2 more for the front glass right here up top. We got the side bolts out. Now we're ready for hinges. What I did on mine was I preloaded the bolts into the hinge, and when you're doing that, you'll notice that the holes on the hinge, they're pretty snug with the bolts. So you'll have to get it started with your finger and then take your Allen wrench or precision screwdriver like that, and then go ahead and get it down. And I did it to where it barely sticks out the back on both of these. Now I'm gonna attach it to the side of the machine and go ahead and just tighten it down. Now you'll want to be sure to use the length of bolt that I put in the description, because you don't want them to be too long and end up damaging something inside your machine because you went way too far in. And there you go, you got the hinges. And now it's time to yank off this glass. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. That was a total accident. Just be careful, because it does have these little clips right on each end of the glass, and you're gonna have to get that out of there, but just be careful when you do it. I don't know if you could see the clip. I'm gonna try to see. Yeah, right there. You see those clips right there? Yeah, you want to be careful with those. There's one on top and there is another one on the bottom, so you're not going to use them for the hinges, but I would keep them just in case. So if you did like I did, I pre-installed the bolts on the hinge. That way all I have to do is hang the door. Alright, so I had some audio issues here, guys, but what I'm saying right here in this clip is that there's some grommets right here that I'm pointing to, and you need to make sure that those stay installed on your glass. Do not install this glass back without having those grommets there. The metal screws going through that hole without the grommets, not good. So this is what the bolt should look like before you put the backing on, and this is what it looks like once you have the backing and the nuts on there. I got it in. It took a little bit of work, but I got it in. I had a little bit of trouble right there with those grommets on the door, the little rubber grommets that are going in the holes on the door. I had a little bit of trouble of the bolts lining up perfectly with that. So if you run into that issue, all you really got to do is
gotta give him that hot too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Now there's just one more thing left to do, and that's to put our door latch on. So if you're looking at your machine, the door latch is going to go right back here in the middle. You'll take out this screw and your door latch will go just like that. And that's what will hold your door. Let me show you the finished product. So there's 9 bolts that came out of this whole project from the original printer. So I'm going to keep those because, well, I keep everything. I don't know if that's just a me thing. Do you do that? Well, I hope my video helped you understand the hinge mod for the K1 Max. So if you're not going to do it right now, go ahead and save this video, get your hardware together, get your STL files printed, and then come back and knock it out. And then let me know how it turns out in the comments below. I'd love to know. Make sure you go check out my other video on the K1 Max mods. I have a few other mods in that video. I'll link it so you guys can get to it very easily. With that said, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys leave comments down below on a future video that you'd like to see. I'll check it out, and then who knows, I might be making your video next. Until next time, guys, stay subscribed and stay ready.